Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you're going to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steve Larson, available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notify bell next to it. If you're watching us on the YouTube, and if you're on that iOS podcast app or whatever podcast app you might be listening to this show on, you can always hit that subscribe or download button. And a really great way to support Going In Raw is by leaving us a rating or review on your podcast app. Or just telling a friend. That's a really good way to do it, too. Friends are good to have, Larson.
They are.
I've learned that in life. Where else are we?
You said YouTube already?
Yeah.
Patreon.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw to you
No,
like
it's
that.
not. It has nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, patreon.com/Steven Larson. Do you like great things?
No. I mean, yes.
I sure hope so. If you like great things, you can get yourself a Friendo Care Package. $20 Patreon pledge will get you the Friendo Care Package. In it, you get an autographed Going In Raw Steven Larson card right there. You get stickers. You see these Steven Larson stickers here? These things come to you in the mail. Also, this sticker here, it's our logo. The correct way up. And then you get this poster right here. But you have to choose what side you put up.
Choose.
Is it either top-notch super best from Fun Wrestling? Or Mecha Santa from Steve W.
Mecha Santa.
Current holder of the H title. Actually, that's not true. And then the
main
event is the Going In Raw Patreon exclusive comic book. A new adventure for Steve and Larson.
The one that can only happen in the pages of a comic book.
Correct. And it also features the immediate aftermath to Interdimension Tension when, there's your face right there, when Top Notch lost his H title. But you can't read it here unless you get the Friendo Care Package. Anyways, there's also a bunch of other great reward tiers. $5 a month, you get to watch this as a live stream.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, whenever we do it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yes.
And then Pro Wrestling
Tees. I am not wearing a Pro Wrestling T-shirt.
This is a shirt that one of our good friendos got for us.
Zack Sabre Jr. shirt on.
You got that from Zack Sabre Jr.
I did. I bought it from himself.
Did you show him a picture of your lovely dog, Zoe?
No.
I would think that he would appreciate that because he's a lover of dogs.
He likes animals.
I saw a wonderful video this morning on internet of a dog and then the dog's son, and somebody was able to get the bigger dog, the dad dog, to put his arm around the little tiny puppy dog. It was really, he looked like a proud father.
That's funny.
I like when people, what do you call it, anthropomorphize dogs?
Yeah.
It's the best thing. We were watching a video yesterday
of people putting their dogs in like
lion costumes.
Yeah, and the dogs were miserable.
But they have the natural, their mouth naturally.
Well, they were hot. Well,
up.
here's the thing: they're hot and they're panting.
Yeah,
and
but they look like they're smiling.
They look like they were smiling, but dogs don't smile.
Yeah,
at least not to that degree. I think my dog smiles.
Oh, Gypsy definitely smiles.
But they were definitely panting. But it seemed like they couldn't open their mouths all the way because the costume was restricting their movement. Generally,
terrible. But they did look super cute, man. They look pretty funny. Little cute lions and stuff. Anyways. Wow. Slam bang episodes of both 205 Live.
Yes.
Short as it was. And
it was about 46 minutes. It
NXT. Was it 46?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. They went 6 minutes over then. Because I know they started at 10:20.
Yeah.
After the mixed match challenge. Yeah. And, dude, it was amazing. All matches. A couple of just simple, effective-ish promos. Brief. That didn't take away from any of the action.
But focused on the action.
And maybe the best match we've seen possibly, definitely this year, but maybe in 205 Live history.
Definitely up there.
Man, it was good. It was super good. A great main event between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Fantastic. Let me bring up my notes here.
I have
we'll
notes here.
Started.
Show opened with Daniel Bryan addressing the Enzo Amore situation. He said Enzo had abdicated the Cruiserweight title. It would no longer be on the show.
Yep.
He also announced that next week there'll be a new GM, the first GM for 205 Live.
Yeah.
And they will be the ones to address the championship and how the new champion would be crowned.
It'll be a new GM that I think he emphasized something like that'll, be able to bring you all the great, because you always get the feeling that Kurt Angle like is kind of the GM for 205 Live. Like Neville, I think had said before, I talked to Kurt Angle and he got us a rematch. And so
but
because they're on Raw,
he just has purview over what happens on Raw. Period.
Kurt Angle's a terrible GM, anyways.
Who, when you think cruiserweights, someone who could fill that role, who would be trusted, who could be trusted with the duties of putting forth the most exciting product possible, who do you think that could be? Someone who's really in tune with that style of wrestling.
Well, I mean, so there's been a couple of names that have been thrown around, like Dean Malenko, but I don't really see him as like an on-camera, really compelling. Number one, this is a great opportunity for them to find somebody who doesn't clog the roster and will still kind of bring in some numbers, because they kind of need that now with the Enzo thing gone.
Yes.
Because say what you will about Enzo, I think he kind of did draw an audience.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you know, immediately a lot of people went to Paige. I don't think that would really work because, number one, she would totally draw numbers. She would fit that bill. But number one, I'm not sure that she's ready to. I mean, we've heard, and I don't know if this is true.
Had difficulty accepting the diagnosis and the fact that she might not be able to wrestle anymore.
Right, exactly. And so that might be the reason why they haven't forced her into a retirement speech, and she's still hanging out with Absolution. Maybe they are taking that step by step, and she's going to say, well, let's just wait a couple months. And so I'm not sure that would work. And on top of that, she's not a cruiserweight. She's, you know, in the women's division. So that doesn't
in the
really...
newsletter this week, Meltzer said at one point Summer Rae
I read that too.
Was in contention to take that role.
I read that
prior to being
Ryan
released.
Satin had that. I didn't verify that, but I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, Meltzer said that in the
Okay.
newsletter.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to look at the newsletter this week. Whoops. Anything good in it? No? Okay. Is it just a lot of UFC stuff?
Well, there is some UFC stuff.
Did you happen to notice the ratings for 205 Live?
Yeah, it was in the top 20.
Really?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, there goes the... Well, anyways.
Chris K says Rockstar Spud. What happened to him? I would think he'd be an active competitor, but...
I would think so, too. I mean, that would be kind of a risk, going with somebody who, granted, I mean, you know, a lot of the crowd would know, but a lot of the crowd wouldn't know. And it's like, why is this guy just in here doing
feels like
that?
they really need to make a splash.
Right, but I'm not sure who that could be. The only name that I could really come up with that I think would actually be really, really cool would possibly be the Hurricane.
What about Rey Mysterio?
I think he still wants to. He probably still a wrestler.
I know, but maybe he can work something out where he just is on TV on screen, but still is allowed to wrestle outside of WWE.
Yeah, maybe that could work. If you're, I think people would maybe tune in for that more if he was actually wrestling.
Oh, I agree.
So maybe if he was like a GM / wrestler,
but then that could be a conflict of interest. If he's the one making matches and then, you know, just book himself.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. And he's not like, I mean, no, I'm not opposed to that. I don't know how realistic it is in terms of his league, you know, the legalities of it. But yeah, I don't know. I love the idea of Austin Aries.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love for him to come in. Hey, bring in all those titles, you know, just wear them all with like a suit or not, you know, you can just ditch the titles. I mean, nobody cared. WWE's not going to care about him being the Impact champion or the Defiant champion. They really shouldn't. I really doubt they would. I mean, if they really cared, I don't know if they'd allow Pete Dunne to wrestle him. I mean, I don't know what the legalities are in terms of like what Pete Dunne is allowed to do.
Yeah, I know.
But having the Impact champion against the WWE champion and then the WWE champion, UK champion against IWGP Junior.
I know.
I don't know what the deal is, but I think my honestly, if it was like, you know, they said, "Hey, Steve, who should we get?" I'd say Austin Aries.
Yeah,
that'd
be great.
That's what I would say.
I think that'd be fantastic.
I think it'd be awesome. Who would you say if it was top of your list? Who would you say?
I think I'd say Ray.
Really?
Yeah.
I just, dude, his he doesn't exactly have tons of personality.
Or Chavo. Chavo Guerrero.
Chavo's great because Chavo is Mr. Personality. He's fantastic. That'd be a lot of fun. But still,
he's probably still under Lucha Underground contract.
Give me a double. Oh, X-Pac.
X-Pac would be good.
That'd be great. No, I don't want Goldust. Do not want Goldust. Thank you for the suggestion, Gregory Gray, in chat.
Yes.
And the funny thing is I could totally see them doing Goldust too, you know. Anyways, so that was interesting that they, you know, that's how they addressed the whole thing. Daniel Bryan had his kind of serious face on.
Yeah.
You know. Next up we had, and this kind of confirmed how I felt they were going to go into the night. I'm not sure they were given this directive necessarily. It definitely felt like
they were told to go out there and
kind of do what they can do.
Tear the house down.
I kind of feel like they were told to do that.
Yeah.
go out there and to a degree, not going crazy like PWG, landing on your head every
Still
two
wrestle
moves.
within the WWE style, but
Right.
kick it up,
Kill
notch.
it.
Yeah,
Go out and kill it.
even Jack Gallagher, who up to date as a heel has been a relatively unentertaining wrestler. He was doing some British style joint manipulation last night. That was different than what he had been doing.
And before we get into the minutia of the matches, this becomes a conundrum again, because what we saw and across the wrestling Twitter scape, I noticed everybody said this was the best episode of 205 Live since Enzo showed up, since before Enzo. But if it doesn't do what it wants them to do in terms of the numbers and ratings, are we going to get stuck with them dumping some, not really worthy in terms of the wrestling aspect of things, personality?
Oh, who would that be right now in the main roster?
Well, there really isn't. I mean, I don't really think there is. So I don't know. I hope this is my hope. I hope they view this as a long-term thing where they can populate it with guys from NXT like Gargano, like
Leo Rush.
For sure, Leo Rush. If they really view it in that manner, the crowd was loving this.
Yeah,
the crowd was totally loving this. If it becomes must-see wrestling, then I think eventually people are going to tune in. It's just going to take a little while.
It needs something. There needs to be something there to create a buzz about the show, and they tried going with personality. And I understand that because Enzo was selling a lot of merch. He was popular and stuff, so I understand.
He was literally moving ratings. Yeah. His quarter hours were doing really good.
Yeah. So if obviously now that he's out of the picture, now what they have at their disposal is a lot of really, 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 really talented wrestlers. Focus on that. Focus on your really, really, really talented wrestlers putting on excellent matches. Eventually, people will pay attention to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just focus. Let's let them go out there and do what they do best.
I agree. If you make it kind of closer to the Cruiserweight Classic, then you'd be in really
That's
good
why I'm kind of
territory.
hoping the GM comes next week and says, we're going to have the second Cruiserweight Classic, determine a new champion.
That'd be awesome.
Have everybody on the roster, bring a couple more people in.
They need to give Cedric the winner. Cedric needs to have a bye through it and have the winner.
Yeah.
That would be the bunkest crap if he had to go into it. I said this last week, or no, on the whatever episode we did about Enzo.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Cedric needs a bye through the tournament. This dude has gone through so much
to get a shot. That's the story for him. I was number one contender, and now you take that from me.
I don't disagree, but man,
I agree.
What a crappy thing to do as new GM. I wish I brought my hoodie over here. I'm cold now.
I like tournaments. So.
But this lineup here, man, when Kalisto came out, Gran Metalik, and then the returning Lince Dorado.
Oh, I hope the three of them team up
on a regular basis.
Yes.
Give the dude, sign him a bunch more cruiserweights and do a trios title.
Yeah.
Do something new. Be new.
Yeah.
Wear a little glowy thing around your neck. Be new. Versus TJP, Arya Davari, and Tony Nese, the remnants of the Zoe train.
Yeah.
Which I'm so glad. I'm sorry. I'm so glad for those guys. I really am. I think they need to be wrestlers, not. Anyways.
Yes. Agreed.
It was great, and so the wrestling was just so much better. Like, this match was so much darn fun, and we got to see Lince Dorado doing some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah,
that the handspring stunner
he won the match with.
Oh my god, that was
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, he pinned TJP after that,
who got to continue his storyline.
Yeah, just having a tantrum,
just being a tantrum guy. Yeah, but no, everybody got to shine in this match. We didn't have Kalisto dropping awkward promos trying to match wits with Enzo.
Where he avoided a clothesline or something by doing like a somersault or something.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was closer to what we saw with him in NXT. Because remember when we used to see him in NXT, it was like, oh my god, this guy's doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
there's a couple crazy spots he did, and everybody had an opportunity
to shine. Yep. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was great.
Next, Drew Gulak promo, and he kind of went back to basics with the Drewtopia stuff. He's kind of making his case to be the new GM of 205 Live, and I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility.
No, I think it's possible. I don't necessarily want it.
No, because I think they were laying the groundwork for a really good face turn with him.
I know.
And they went away from it for some reason.
I know.
And I don't want him to kind of just go back to what he was doing 6 months ago.
I know, me neither.
It seems like a huge step back.
I know.
And then if he's the GM, then he's going to be out there getting on everybody, trying to keep them from putting on the best matches they can.
Yeah.
So, But from a personality perspective, he'd be great.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, here's the thing about Drew Gulak. He'll be fine. You know what I mean? That dude can wrestle like a champ.
Yeah.
And he's Mr. Personality.
Yep.
He's great. What did he say? There's that video of him. I think it was like, maybe it was a pre-show of Raw 25, or maybe it was just like a WWE.com exclusive. I don't know what it was. It was a throwaway video where he was very excited to meet the Right to Censor. And they're like, well, the Good Father isn't here, but the Godfather is here. I can't speak to him. That was great. Anyway, next. That picture that Kevin Owens tweeted out.
Oh,
Drew on the airplane,
huge cowboy
airplane with the giant cowboy.
He said he thought someone was walking with
Mojo.
with an oil tycoon, and it was just Drew Gulak with a huge cowboy hat.
Drew will be just fine.
That's
Next up, we had Jack Gallagher versus Hideo Itami. Hideo got a little inset
I thought
promo,
that was good.
and I thought it was good. It was simple. It was totally simple.
It was simple, and it was an avenue by which he could show some personality.
Right, exactly.
And it was good. It was effective. As I mentioned earlier, Gallagher did a lot more interesting stuff this match than he had previously. He actually seemed like, for a heel, he was trying to be cruel.
Yeah.
Which had been something that had been missing from his work, because he would just do a lot of headlocks and arm bars.
Yeah.
The basic submission rest holds, but now he was doing, bending the fingers backwards, doing joint manipulation.
Right.
That we'd seen from a lot of the United Kingdom wrestlers. He was doing it, and it was great.
Yep.
Hideo Itami won with some sort of new finisher that they were trying to say was a variation on the GTS.
Oh, I didn't know this.
What?
Sorry, not to cut you off. According to Karen, Scott, did you know this? Scotty Two Hotties?
I saw she said
one
that
of
too.
the
I
coaches.
didn't know that, no.
I didn't know that. It's interesting. Sorry, anyways. I totally apologize.
Wasn't he a firefighter?
Yes, he was. I thought he
Yeah.
just moved on with his life, but look at him doing the worm there in the performance center.
No, I said the Hideo Itami busted out some new finisher. I don't know if that's going to stick around.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's sort of a amalgam of a GTS and a code breaker.
Yeah, just let him do the GTS, man.
I know.
I mean, that's one of his things, that people get. It's like, oh, CM Punk did it, but he was doing it first.
Yeah,
and
he invented the move.
yeah, that's like kind of his thing.
Yeah.
So just let him do that, and it's another reason for people to tune in. I want to see him do the GTS.
Maybe he'll do it on high-profile matches.
That could be.
Maybe.
I mean, he did destroy what's his face with it. So
Yeah. Kira Tozawa did an IFO promo.
oh
where he
my
did
God,
a
I love
Vince
this
impression. Yeah,
I
that was
love
great.
this. I can be a boss around here. Watch, you're fired. And then a big old smile on his face.
Doing the Vince walk.
Hey, I want all of his promos to be on iPhones.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
Akira Tozawa. Where
he's
has he
great.
been? He's like he's never around.
I know.
Remember he was hot and then he was
Yeah,
not?
he was doing great work during his
know.
feud with Neville when he won the title briefly.
I could be a boss.
That was fantastic.
Watch this. You're fired.
That was so good.
Oh man.
Next, our main event: Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. Some quality storytelling here.
Dude, tore the house.
Started out just friendly competition.
Yeah.
They were doing some aerial stuff, and then it went to submission. Started to get a little chippy, and they started laying some heavy blows in. And as the match progressed, it got progressively more physical.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
No, it was awesome. It was great because it started off as friendly competition, even though Cedric, when they were shaking hands,
Yeah,
he
he
held
talked a little
on
trash.
to Mustafa and said, this is on and cracking right now.
Yeah,
basically.
but at the onset, it was mostly acrobatic type stuff. They weren't doing any striking.
And it was almost playful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, like you said, it got more and more violent, more and more physical. Just an absolutely fantastic match, and had the crowd huge into it. I do wonder though. I know one of the taglines for 205 Live is, "Hey, what about Nigel McGuinness for GM?" How
That'd be
great
good.
would that be?
That'd be good.
I would love that.
Oh yeah.
One of the taglines is, the most exciting hour of wrestling on TV or whatever it is. What if they shortened the actual show? I wonder if that had anything to do with it. You get the mixed match challenge, which lasts 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And the people are kind of like, oh, cool. Because it's kind of like, to the live crowd, I'd imagine it's a bit dark match-ish, because they stick around for that.
Yeah, kind of.
And then you go into 205 Live, and they just have three matches?
Yeah.
3 really good matches, each lasting around 12 minutes or so or whatever. And by the end of that match, I know it's only a matter of 15 minutes difference, but I wonder if it helps when Enzo isn't coming out at the start of the show and dropping a 10-minute promo.
Yeah.
That's probably the bigger issue.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Just let them wrestle.
Just let them wrestle.
Yeah. Anyways, Yeah, Cedric, and then Cedric also did an iPhone promo, which seemed kind of. I'm gonna say the point of it was, he's defiant, he was willing to do whatever it takes to get to the title, right? But the tone of his voice just came off as a bit, I don't know, disheartened. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna project. I'm not gonna read too much into it because I am disheartened for him.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to have a very high profile match at the Royal Rumble.
And probably win the belt.
And probably win the title. But it wasn't the most effective promo. It wasn't the strongest promo. And from that, I gather, man, it's just kind of a bummer from him.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but none of that translated in the ring.
No, that was a complete difference from the ring. The ring he was on fire.
Yeah.
It was crazy good. He ended up winning with a lumbar check.
Yeah.
Of course, Mustafa Ali knows how to sell that too. So
that looks like a move that's really fun to sell.
If you know how to sell it right, yeah. It
like
seems
a stunner. It
would seem like it'd be. I don't know how those guys sell it like that. It's crazy. Physically speaking,
yeah.
You gotta have the craziest core muscles in the world.
I know. It seems like something like, again, the stunner, where maybe, and this is again just speculation on my part, maybe they're backstage, kind of challenging each other, the most creative way to sell the move,
yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. That way. Yeah, even I saw the house show footage when the house show footage, the 205 Live tour footage of Enzo selling it, and Enzo sold it really damn well. So I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think everybody probably just has their own way of doing it. Some people just fall like a sack of potatoes. Other people spring way up in the air.
Or Devar just does it a different way every time. Because he's done the sack of potato thing.
Yeah.
One time he literally looked like he had a stinger from it. He couldn't move.
Right. Yeah.
He just fell.
That's probably my favorite thing. Anytime anybody.
Who was it that sold it, did a full rotation in the air and landed on their stomach?
Well, I think Enzo did that at the house show, but then I know somebody else did it, I think, on 205 Live. Maybe it was Gulak.
Or Nice.
I don't know. I think it was Nice, now that you mentioned it.
Oh, yeah,
I think
it
was
was.
Nice.
It was.
So, yeah, a really, really strong episode of 205 Live. Hopefully, that's
a sign
where it
of
goes
things
in the
to come,
future.
yes.
Yeah, but we'll see. Next up, we had a pretty fun episode of NXT with a fantastic match in the main event.
Yes.
I don't know. This is one of those that there was a lot for me to pick at in terms of silliness and little details that I just absolutely love.
I don't know. I in one sense, I really enjoyed how overtly cheesy the Velveteen Dream promo at the beginning was.
Yeah.
I just didn't like what he actually said.
It looks so cheap.
Yeah. But what he actually said, I don't know, the material doesn't seem as strong as what he was working with during the Alistair Black feud.
Yeah, because it's not as
I know it's not as strong.
Yeah, it's just not as strong. Yeah.
And so it's a bummer. And then his performance seems like he read his script or his bullet points. He's like, all right.
He is kind of hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
The heart is all there.
Yes.
And that's why I am super pessimistic about them getting him right on main roster. I really am. I'm not optimistic about it. If they do, I am really looking forward to him 5 years from now.
Yeah.
When he has it down.
Yeah.
He's older.
Yeah.
And I think he can be really. I think it's going to be amazing. I love Patrick Clark.
No, I think he's immensely talented.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, that's the bottom line. There isn't really a lot to go on here in terms of the story.
Yeah.
They never really explained fully. I know they said he's out because he's injured because of the Alistair Black match. But there was nothing overtly in the Alistair Black match that
I'm guessing that was just storyline.
Yeah, no, I think it was.
Thing,
but if you're gonna do that, you should at least telegraph it beforehand. After the Alistair Black match, he should be favoring something pretty hardcore. So I don't know. After that, we had the returning No Way Jose versus Cesar Bononi. Not the greatest match in the world.
No,
I'm not sure what to do about No Way Jose, man. There's the men's divisions in both Raw and SmackDown are already backlogged and clogged, and he doesn't really bring a whole lot to the equation. And on top of that, he looks like he gained a couple pounds.
He needs he might have him form a tag team.
Maybe there you go. He was in a good tag team with Rich Swann there for a little bit.
Yeah. I think he could be a really good tag team wrestler.
All right. Who do you want to see him in a tag team with? Think about everybody in NXT right now. Dan Matha.
Okay.
Give Dan Matha. If you were to say where's No Way Jose, where is his character based out of? Like his whole vibe. Where do you think like in a party town, right?
Yeah.
Like Miami, maybe.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know like what his origins are, but like have Dan Matha dress like a Miami Vice guy. Like Dan Matha's thing is undercover cop in Miami circa 1986.
How about a Noe Jose Cassius Ono tag team?
No, I wouldn't want Cassius Ohno to lower himself to this tag team we're talking about right now, because it's like this tag team is like around the same sphere as Heavy Machinery. Whatever this tag team we're setting up right now, I will probably hate.
Oh, okay.
But I want the best for Noe Jose. I want him to do something good. So I wanted to be him and Dan Matha as Don Johnson from Miami Vice.
All right.
Crockett and what was it? Crockett and Tubbs?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I want
that's
Crockett
good.
and Tubbs.
That's good. Okay.
That's what I want. And they have like they can feud with Sabatelli and Moss over who has a better car.
Karen says Dan Matha's gimmick is so bad right now. What's his gimmick?
What is his gimmick? I really want to know. I am so jealous that I can't be there in Orlando for the Florida house show loop.
I know.
To see like these super developmental people that
I know.
I've never heard
I know.
of.
He's a bodybuilder dude with lots of posing.
Perfect. Come on. Have him be the Miami
Like Pain and Gain, that Michael Bay movie. That was
yes.
all Miami.
Have him be a Muscle Beach guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Gold's Gym guy.
Yeah.
Have him be that. Like hint at steroid abuse. Oh, that'd be good. Like his finisher could be called the Roid Rage. Oh, come on. It'd be great. They'll never do it, and I'll hate it anyways.
Man.
Anyways, this match is a bit on the sloppy side, but
Yeah.
no way, Jose.
This match really felt like a match between two developmental talents.
It really did, but no way Jose's been around
I know.
for like ever.
I've seen Cesar Bononi
He's
put
had
on
better
decent
matches.
matches. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's had some good matches, but I feel like there was like just some miscommunication here.
Yeah, the chemistry wasn't great.
It really wasn't. Anyways, no way Jose won with his punch.
Next, in Alistair Black, Adam Cole.
This
Baby!
was really good.
Video
this was
package,
really
yeah.
good. I like this a lot. They sort of made two guys who are like in weird separate spheres. Like they kind of, I don't know. They made them seem like they mesh a bit more in terms of a feud with a rivalry with real chemistry to it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this. We're gonna do our takeover predictions. I know, like that's in the thumb of the video. We're gonna do our takeover predictions at the end of this.
We're trying to
episode.
improve our watch time, Steve.
What's that? Yeah, I know exactly. Let's see here. After that, we
had Bianca Belair take on Latoya Alsop.
Alsop. I just heard them say her first name. I didn't hear them say her last name.
They did, but
Deep in the match, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I went on
missed it.
WWE.com to
Okay, good job.
make sure I
well
got her
done
name
research.
correct. Bianca Belair is great.
I love her, man. I think she's great. Talk about her because she's like married or engaged.
I think
or
engaged to Montez Ford.
to Montez Ford. I want to see these two run the WWE 10 years, 5 years from now. I really do. Like, do you remember how great King Booker and Sharmell was?
Yeah.
I want a couple like that,
Yeah.
man. I want just that level.
that dominate their respective divisions.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
I mean,
agree.
Sharmell is more of a manager, but still, I
Yeah.
want Bianca Belair top of the women's division, Montez Ford Universal Champion.
Agreed.
That's what I want. I love these two so much. That crowd, the crowd never, you can never not gasp when she hits that whip, the hair crack. You know, it's so great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
She won with a reverse power bomb.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that move.
Oh,
though.
never have been.
I don't.
Remember
I don't
when
like that move.
Big Show started using that for a while?
You know, it's funny. You mentioned that
Long
before.
time
I
ago.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
I hate it. I mean, with him, it'd be kind of terrifying because you're so high up there.
But he used to, back when he used to do the choke slam, and especially in WCW, he'd pick him up and then put his hand on their lower back or on their leg or on their bottom.
Yeah.
And like really lift him and drive him down.
Yeah.
His choke slam back in the day was vicious.
His choke slam was great, yeah.
And so when he does the reverse power slam, didn't seem to have quite as much oomph behind it.
It just looks like a botched move.
Kind
It's
of.
just, and then like you're just throwing the guy back like that. Like
Yeah.
I want something that's looking like what you're doing is impressive. Just getting him
The
up and
reverse
just throwing
power
him this
bomb
way.
looks like it hurt you almost as much as it hurt
Right, I
the
know
person that's
exactly. It
taking
looks like the person's reversing you or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. So yeah.
Next, a Shayna Baszler Ember Moon interview.
I love this, man.
I thought it was fantastic.
I don't know what they're gonna do though, because Shayna Baszler has come such a long way just from the Mae Young Classic in terms of her promo work. Her character work is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's passing by Ember Moon because Ember Moon, for me, she can't get out of that community theater thing. The entire time her face is like, and it's like, dude, you can't. I don't know. I just feel like still feel like she doesn't know her character.
Part of that too was the staging and the photography of it. especially at the end when they do that really slow zoom in on Ember Moon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she would benefit from a more naturalistic approach to things in general.
I know. I completely agree.
Because I know as much as you dislike that bit where she was walking around the empty arena with the really sappy music.
Oh, I hated it.
I thought her performance was far better because it was more naturalistic.
Yeah.
It felt like the production crew was like, okay, we're going to follow you around. We're going to stop a couple places and just tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I could see that. I could probably see
Whereas
that.
this felt a lot more scripted.
Oh, man. And Shayna was just, I don't know. I believe Shayna. I believe everything she says. And I love that last punchline or the finishing touch there.
Yeah. So I don't care what the NXT universe thinks.
Yeah. I'm here to stay, and they're going to have to deal with me. I love that.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. What are they going to do? Is she going to lose clean to Ember?
No.
Is she going to win at TakeOver?
I don't know. She might just get DQ'd or something.
Maybe.
It could be a finish where maybe she chokes out Ember Moon.
Yeah.
And at first they say she wins. We haven't seen this in a while. I don't know if they'll ever do it. But then she won't let go of the hold.
Yeah.
So the ref reverses his decision or something like that.
DQ it or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to. My thing is this. Looking at we'll talk about that. But I don't know. I feel like they're going to have to be careful with how many crap finishes they have. Because I feel like a lot of this is going to be not the first match. Cassius Ohno versus Velveteen Dream will be fine. Velveteen Dream will probably go over. But with the other matches, I feel like there's got to be a lot of screwy finishes for these to make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyways, we'll get
this
to
almost feels like a transitionary show to set things up for TakeOver, that is, for TakeOver New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this next TakeOver feels like.
Yeah, maybe.
It feels like a setup.
Yeah, maybe.
Or it exists solely to set up stuff at TakeOver New Orleans.
I do again, you have to give it up to, because, so often we've been like, the bill doesn't.
Transitionary a word? I'm trying to say transitional.
Yeah.
I don't think transitionary is a word.
It could be. It sounds legit. Transitionary. I don't know who's coming in and out of my house. It's weird. Transitionary is a word.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and it means basically transitional.
Okay.
Movement or change.
Yes.
From one position
to another.
Yes. Very good.
Next, the second half of the TM61 video package. These things are great.
Oh, these are great, man. They go so far. In establishing, now I care about these guys.
I didn't know Shane Thorne got hurt all the way back that house show match in the Dusty Rhodes Classic final they had against Authors of Pain, where he did that crazy moonsault off the tower for the shark cage.
Yeah,
he was already hurt then. I had no idea.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that is not just
storyline.
Yeah, but if it's true, it's crazy. Yeah, that is pretty insane. But because I was like, really, he went through the rest because it was 2 more matches after he got injured, right? Mm-hmm. He went through 2 matches and then did that crazy stuff. And he was like, there was no lift. That's why I kind of think it might have been real, because he was like, when I did that moonsault, there was no lift on it.
Yeah.
Man.
There was no jumping. I just fell backwards.
Jumping, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, no, I thought it was fantastic. It went, like I said, now you sort of care about these guys. And I love, there's always such a difference between so the characters of Heavy Machinery, you couldn't do one of these necessarily for them because
it completely break kayfabe for them. Right. Unless it's just 3 minutes of them eating steaks and lifting weights.
I know, exactly. With some Rocky music behind them.
They find some place in Orlando, maybe it exists, and if so, I want to go to it sometime.
Right.
That's got all you can eat prime rib night or something like that.
Right, yeah.
So they go and they sit and have dinner and get an interview while they eat all you can eat prime rib.
Yeah.
And they follow that up with a 3-hour gym session.
This is terrible. Because I don't really believe either of them really go to the
And then they go and they do some jackhammering.
I don't think they're actually construction workers. I don't think that's their gimmick.
But kind of is.
They are the construction machines.
Oh, they are the heavy machinery.
They are.
They don't use it to.
They don't use it. They are it. People use them to jackhammer stuff or to bulldoze stuff.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Like dozer. Isn't that what he calls them?
Yeah.
Dozovic, dozy,
like a bulldozer.
Yeah, it wouldn't work for them. That's why I prefer characters who aren't really characters. And TM61, they're just a couple of guys.
Well, you don't like gimmicks, and heavy machinery is
in
very
general,
much a gimmick.
I don't. I actually totally believe Alistair Black is roaming around a freaking old church and lighting candles. I believe that shit. Ember Moon, I'm still not sure exactly what she is. She's like a werewolf or something.
She shouldn't have worn her contacts during that interview.
I know, because she wore contacts and then a business casual purple top.
Because before, usually when she does her promo stuff for interviews, she only wears the contacts.
Right? Yeah. Lately, she's been doing that. Last couple times, she'll wear a hoodie. She'll look like the True Buds Ember Moon that I envision, and then her red contacts also.
Yeah.
I'm I know your eyes aren't really red. But yeah, I just prefer I just prefer people that like they're people, you know.
Turned
like
up a little bit.
Shayna Baszler seems like that might be her.
Yeah, just turned up a little bit.
If she was just like a massive jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I think it's great.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Adam Cole just seems like Adam Cole.
Yeah, I know.
I honestly don't even think he's turned up.
No, I don't think that much.
I think
Although he seems like such a pleasant person on Twitter.
Oh, I know, right?
All the pictures
I know.
he's posting with him and Britt Baker.
Yeah. He's got a very pleasant smile.
Yeah.
He seems like just a genuine guy.
Yeah, he came off very genuine when he was on Anthony Bourdain's show.
Oh, yeah. I got to watch that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, it was really good. I loved it. Next up, we
Authors of Pain destroyed Damian Smith and Chris Chase Brown. This one I had to go on WWE.com and get the names.
Yeah.
I don't think they said.
I did hear the name Damian Smith, and I think I heard the other name, but I never remembered it.
Okay.
Anyways, it wasn't a match.
No, they just destroyed him.
Yeah.
And
What did one of the dudes had something wrestling on his butt?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Do you know what the first thing was? And neither did I. I didn't
get a chance to look because Authors of Pain were destroying him.
And then they did the thing where they let them talk instead of Ellering.
Which is good because they need to get him ready for Maine.
They do, but it just bums me out because I really want Ellering with them on Maine.
I know.
I want that to happen. And then we had the main event, which was an amazing match. Velveteen Dream versus Johnny Gargano for that #1 contendership to El Idolo's title. El Idolo. Yeah, it was as amazing as we kind of figured it would be, you know. And Velveteen Dream came out wearing a
Johnny wrestling shirt.
Yeah, of course, he cut at the midriff. That dude, he's just athletic as crap.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy. And he's getting to be such a great storyteller in the ring, too. You know? Man, he's so good.
I know. He's still only, 22 years old?
Yeah. Crazy.
Imagine where he's going to be in 2 or 3 years.
Man, can't wait.
It's going to be insane.
Gargano, another guy I really want to see in 2 to 3 years, but I can see him now, man. That dude is great.
Yeah.
What a fantastic
he
wrestler.
He might be the best pure wrestler in NXT.
I kind of, yeah. I could agree with that.
He's kind of like the AJ Styles of the company, that he can bring anybody to a great match, it seems like.
Yeah. How tall is he?
I don't think he's that tall. I think he's like 5'8", 5'9", maybe.
I don't think there's any way they can. I mean, they can.
I mean, Daniel Bryan was about 5'10".
Right, yeah. I think he can follow, especially after that promo that he dropped last week. He might be able to follow that same trajectory, maybe. I don't know.
You mean on Maine?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd like to see it. I love him. I think he's great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so he won with the Gargano Escape.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic match. And then El Idolo came out.
Yeah.
Cien Almas.
Yeah. They brawled a bit, almost tossed him outside the ring. Mm-hmm. And there's this great shot of Gargano scaling the apron, climbing back into the ring using the ropes. He gets back in, drops Almas with a DDT.
Mm-hmm.
Sees the belt laying on the mat.
Yeah.
Crowd's chanting. I think grab it or something like that.
Yeah.
He walks over. He picks it up, looks at it. Crowd chants, you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
He holds it up. Ends the show holding the belt.
And what's-her-face is going crazy. Zelina Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Is going crazy over it.
So it pretty much guarantees he's not winning that belt at TakeOver.
Yeah, probably not.
Because Tommaso Ciampa is going to cost him the title.
All right. Well, let's talk about that. We got our TakeOver predictions.
5 matches. That means confident points 1 through 5.
Oh, crap. Confident points.
We don't have to do it in separate things. We can just do it here.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay.
So first match, Cassius Ono versus the Velveteen Dream.
Let's see here. This is actually going to be my second. Oh, I like that we call them different things. Yeah, this is going to be my second most confident match. Cassius Ono going over. Velveteen Dream going over with 4 confidence points. I'm confident to 4.
Confident to 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put on my picks in first.
Okay.
For me, my most confident is Almas. 5. He gets all my confidence.
El Idolo.
Because Tommaso Ciampa is going to cost Gargano that match.
That's so obvious, though.
I know. This match, Adam Cole Bebe versus Alistair Black is a tough one. I feel like it could go either way. They had Black lose to Gargano weeks ago. It may just get that loss out of the way. But I feel like whoever wins this match is the odds-on favorite to be the next champion.
I'm going to go with what the game Triple H said. Well, I don't know how to interpret his comments. Didn't he say that Alistair Black...
He's the fastest rising star NXT's ever had.
Does that mean that he's going to go to Maine like right after the Rumble?
Not
Is this his send-off match
No,
right
I don't
here?
think so. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I find it really hard to believe that Alistair Black is going to beat Adam Cole in this match because here's my problem. Here's my problem with this entire scenario, with this entire thing, right? Shayna Baszler should totally beat Ember Moon. Like, she has win face just plastered permanently on her face, right? How are they going to get around that? Were they going to do the thing where she chokes out Ember Moon
Gets DQ'd
too much and gets DQ'd?
Yeah, something like that.
Wonky finish, right? Wonky finish, okay? Then we've got Almas and Gargano. I don't think that Almas is going to be a transitional champion.
Although he's not been on TV hardly at all.
So if anybody, I'll put it this way. We haven't really seen a transitional champion. Although I guess you can kind of call Drew McIntyre a transitional champion because it was transitional for him to go through NXT and then just, so we can
I get that.
Get fast-tracked.
In the traditional sense, it wasn't putting the belt on a heel or face just to have another heel or face to get it.
They haven't done that, so it makes me think they could do that.
Could be.
But then, really? They're going to do that to Almas? Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, I don't know, they might do that. And then having Ciampa come out just seems too obvious. And NXT is always really good at not doing the obvious.
Well, I think they can do the obvious and have him come out and interfere in some capacity, but I guess the creativity involved would be how it happens.
Yeah, I know. Undisputed Era is totally going. And that's another thing. Undisputed Era, are they going to go over clean?
Yeah.
After all that stuff with DIY and
if this is off
Revival
send off, then yeah.
Right, I know, but all of a sudden they're just kind of crap.
Adam Cole will get involved somehow.
Exactly my kind of point right there. And Adam Cole, I'll put it this way. There is no way Adam Cole's going to go over clean on Alistair Black. That's not going to happen. So we're looking at the possibility of every single one of these having some sort of wonky finish or interference, with the exception of Cassius Ohno versus Dream, and I think Dream's going to go over clean there.
Yeah.
But everything else is going to have a wonky finish. That is so anti-NXT.
That's why I feel like this seems like a setup for the next TakeOver.
Yeah.
This feels like a pivot point in their stories they want to tell.
Yeah.
And this is essentially them giving Authors of Pain their goodbye, it feels like. In NXT, when you're leaving, you always have to lose on the way out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this Adam Cole Alistair Black match, this just feels like it's the closest thing to a toss-up.
Because I mean...
Here's the thing. It's an Extreme Rules match, too, and that could benefit Adam Cole. He won't necessarily...
Yeah.
He could take advantage of that stipulation and win without necessarily needing Undisputed Era.
That could be. Yeah, that could be.
I don't know how, but...
But my thing is this. Adam Cole outsmarting, out-strategizing, out-extreme ruling Alistair Black still all just makes Alistair Black look a little weaker than I think he should. And that's 2 losses in a row for Alistair Black. Well, 3, actually, because of that tag team house show-ish match.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm going to have Black go over, even though it is against my instinct.
I told you, if my gut is right, whoever wins this match is next in line to probably hold that belt. Mm-hmm. If Adam Cole wins, he gets that title. And then
Adam Cole's going to take on Almas for the title?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
That happens. TakeOver LA Survivor Series weekend. Alistair Black versus Adam Cole for the title. Alistair Black gets his win back, gets the title. Mm-hmm. Just think in terms of long-term storytelling. The inverse could be true, too, here. Alistair Black could win that title, take on Almas for the championship in New Orleans, get the belt.
Yeah. And
then Adam Cole can get it off him when Alistair's out the door.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to go that way, in which case Black wins here.
All right. We got to pick something different, so I'll pick Adam Cole.
Okay.
So otherwise, we're in complete agreement. In terms of our picks, our points are different.
Dream.
But not by a ton.
All
right, those are our picks. We both pick Velveteen Dream. We both pick Redragon. We both pick Ember Moon to retain, not necessarily win.
Yeah.
And we both pick Almas to win. The only difference is you're going with Alistair and I'm going with Adam Cole, baby.
Baby. All right, let's
take some questions.
Let's take some questions. Oh, we forgot to mention too I like the genesis of Cassius Ohno versus Velveteen Dream.
Oh yeah.
And we watched like a 1 minute long video of Velveteen Dream coming backstage after his loss against Gargano, and he's all tired and tuckered out and stuff. And Cassius Ohno just shows up, and he's like, I told you it isn't that easy. Or he said, I told you it's not as easy as you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And Velveteen Dream says, but I look good doing it. Better than you.
Pushes.
And then Cassius Ohno just shoves him. He got triggered by being fat shamed by Patrick Clark. And then now they have a match at TakeOver. Oh, man. Yeah, Alex Foster. Besides Finn Balor, who has the best smile in the WWE, he says his vote is for Tozawa.
That's a good pick.
That is a real... I would say Tozawa might be number one because it goes so wide. It's a very... But then Adam Cole has a dreamy smile.
Yeah.
You know who I'd love to see smile? Alistair Black. It probably looks even more painful than Bobby Roode's.
Yeah.
Anytime Alistair Black does any facial expression that isn't this, it's weird. Like when he looked stunned after Roderick Strong lost in a tag match. Looked like Big Jim. It was weird.
Excuse me.
Eddie Jose Glorious Minivar. Is Cedric going to be champ? Or do you think he has lost all momentum at this point due to the reshuffling WWE has to do?
No, I think at the end of all of this, he's going to have that belt.
He's going to have that title.
I hope so. Jonathan Reiner, Gargano versus Ciampa at NXT for the NXT Championship at TakeOver New Orleans. Yes or no? No.
Gargano versus who?
Ciampa.
Oh.
No, that feud doesn't need a title.
You're right. But, man, it would make it something else. I would love if Ciampa got that title.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would love if Gargano got that title.
They need that feud to last at least 2 takeovers.
Yeah, man. Like 4 takeovers a year.
No, I'd be
5,
totally
whatever
cool
they
with
do
that.
now. That'd be great. I like this. Jeffrey Nguyen. Jobber against AOP. Red spandex pulled over or sewn in because they had tights with trunks.
Yeah,
over it.
If they're a wrestler,
This comes from a conversation we had about Superman.
Yes, I'm saying they are pulled over.
You're saying in this case they're pulled over.
Yeah, because they're wrestlers.
Okay. And Superman, of course,
Sewed in.
not a wrestler.
Correct.
Right. But he did box Muhammad Ali. So kind of wrestler.
No, it's a boxer.
But boxers wear trunks.
Yeah, I know. Shorts. Trunks, yes.
Let's see here. Patrick Beals asked, who do you think the new 205 Live GM is? He says his money's on Rey Mysterio. I say, what did I say before? What did I say before?
You wanted Austin Aries.
Oh, yeah. I want Austin Aries. I still think it can happen. Who do you want?
I said Rey. Yeah, I think Rey'd be great.
Yeah, he's kind of boring.
CM Punk finds it insulting. WWE has hired you two to interview and hire the next 205 Live. I said Rey or Chavo.
Okay.
To hire the next 205 Live GM. What questions would you ask the candidates, and what would be the qualities you'd look for in a GM?
All right.
Someone who appreciates and admires the talents these wrestlers possess, and give them the latitude.
These are he asked what the questions are.
Well, I'm answering the second part first. Qualities.
What's your favorite wrestler?
Oh, am I the candidate?
You're Austin Aries. Who's your favorite wrestler?
Austin Aries.
Who do you think should have the WWE Cruiserweight Championship?
Austin Aries.
During your time in the WWE, who is your favorite wrestler there?
Austin Aries. I mean, A-double, sorry.
How many bananas do you eat in a day?
4.
That's it, really? 4?
4 to 6.
I'd have thought a whole bushel. Yeah, 6. Like
6.
a bushel.
Yeah.
Right.
Really just want someone that lets them wrestle how they want to wrestle and how they can wrestle best.
Yeah. Karen, which setting for NXT tapings do you prefer? Full Sail or Center Stage Atlanta?
Full Sail.
Be careful with your answer here because Karen is a Full Sail alumni.
I understand. I'm so used to Full Sail. I like the ramp at Full Sail. I still can't get used to the stairs and the obvious stage at Center Stage. For me, NXT's home is Full Sail.
Yeah.
And it seems natural. It seems it just seems to fit.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say Full Sail.
I'm going to say give everybody else a little bit of love. Yeah, how about this? This is what you do. Every other TV taping is at Full Sail so that you still get Full Sail.
Yeah.
But then all the other ones in between those are at a variety of locations.
See, that'd be cool.
Because I want to be able to go to one.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Full Sail should be the home for NXT.
The home, right.
But it's not to say they can't travel.
Because this latest episode, I'll be honest, this latest episode, I noticed it way less because I've gotten used to it over the last couple episodes. But the crowd was it was a good crowd.
It looks like a cool venue.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the way it's set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think Full Sail should definitely be the home. But then give us some love too.
Agreed.
Auntie Hamal. I'm so sorry about this, Auntie. We always botch your name. Hamalainen. How nice was it How nice was it to hear the crowd chanting, "This is awesome" during the 205 Live main event? It was all the great.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Braun's grappling hook. People always say they don't want people like Adam Cole and Ricochet to go 205 Live because the show is beneath them, but then complain because 205 Live doesn't get good ratings.
Oh, totally. It's a catch-22.
Yeah, it really is. Wouldn't it make sense for them to go to 205 Live to boost it up and make it a better show? It would make it a better show. I don't know if it would be enough. Because here's the thing. If they go there and they're allowed to do what they do best, it would improve the quality of the product. My worry, though, still is that for whatever reason, it still won't get the buzz it deserves, and people still won't tune in because I don't feel like it's a priority for the company.
Here's my line of demarcation, if you will. Ricochet needs to be on the main roster. Lio Rush should totally be on 205 Live. Johnny Gargano should be on 205 Live. Tommaso Ciampa should be on main roster. I have no idea. It's pure gut. I don't know. But I feel like, so Gargano being on main roster, I honestly just don't think they're going to think enough of him to have him be believable against guys like. My thing has always been you have to come off as somewhat believable against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Against Braun Strowman. Yeah. They're the biggest guys.
Yeah.
So you have to be somewhat kind of believable.
Agreed.
Against them. For 205 Live to make it, I'll put it this way. Lio Rush is must-watch wrestling. Mm-hmm. Must-see TV. Mm-hmm. That's why you put a guy like him on 205 Live. On top of that, he's really small, so he really should be on 205 Live. That would make that show even more must-watch TV. If they can get 205 Live to the point where it is you have to tune in.
Because the matches week in, week out are
the
best the company is offering.
It's not going to feel like a dumping ground.
No, I agree.
And right now it does.
It does, to an extent. There's that, and I agree with that. The second aspect of it is that the company needs to push it. They need to get behind it.
Yeah. And part of that is making some pretty drastic changes.
Yes.
Like where they, who they shoot it in front of.
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't tack it on to the end of SmackDown taping.
Right, exactly.
Make it its own thing. I understand there's expense involved with that, and then, according to reports this week, they're not trying to add any expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe they're going to sell the company.
Yeah.
Or part of it.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, that press conference is about 15 minutes old now.
Yeah, the PW Insider's got some notes from it. It's XFL.
Okay. I didn't mean you went to school there, Karen. She's in chat giving me crap right now. When I said Full Sail alumni, I meant Full Sail, the NXT Full Sail family alumni. That's what I mean. I know you didn't go to school there. Anyways, let's see here. What else? Everybody likes to give me shit. Joshua, the Dynamic Knight Martinez. Is it possible the reason Goldust is paired up with Alexander, which I hope is a thing of the past, by the way,
Same.
is so that he can eventually turn on him, leading to a feud and a backdoor way for Alexander to be moved up to main? I don't really think that's the case. I think it was to try to draw views, draw eyes, and
just bring in someone from Raw
or get him
205
over
Live to help draw eyes to the show. Yeah. Isaac M. Is Candice LaRae going to come out in the Johnny Gargano match?
Boy, oh boy.
She'll definitely, well, I don't say definitely. She might be sitting ringside.
She would.
She was sitting ringside during their match in Orlando. When we
I
were
would
there.
think she. I don't know. Maybe she would be. Maybe she'll be in the crowd. She could be. I mean, they'd make a thing about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this.
And if they do make a thing about it, it's going to be before the main event.
Right. If she comes out to celebrate with him, it's going to be when he finally vanquishes Ciampa.
Yes.
4 takeovers from now, or whatever it is. By that time, she'll be a well-established member of the female roster, or the women's roster. Sorry.
Liam Wagner kind of pertaining to 205 Live, but with Enzo gone, what does Cass do when he's cleared? If the plan was to put the two back together when he returned, just don't bring him back as a heel.
Yeah, bring him back as a face.
Yeah,
have him not even reference Enzo. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to at this
Nope.
point. They had already broken up.
Yep. He was hurt back in August. So 5 months ago almost.
Yeah.
He could show up at the Rumble. Maybe.
Nemo, the Universal Kidney Punching Champion, power rank. Power rank. The superstars who have the most fun doing their entrance. Yeah, I think one of the guys who has maybe the least amount of fun is Alistair Black, because he's on that thing, and it's kind of thin.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it does this, sometimes I always feel like, is he gonna stumble off of it?
Or maybe he doesn't have his body centered. He can kind of like roll off as it elevates him. He just kind of rolls off to one side. Yeah.
Right. I think. I forgot. I got us presents. Stay tuned. I'm not going to tell you what they are.
No, tell me.
No.
Where are they from?
I'm not going to tell you.
Rude.
I know.
Don't tease me.
I do that.
No, tell me now.
No.
You will tell me now.
I'm not going to tell you now.
Tell me now.
No.
Why not? When they coming?
I bought them last night because they were cheap.
When are they coming?
Probably in a couple days. We'll get them by next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're matching.
Good. Are they like the hype bro shirt I got?
Because I was like, man, this is kind of, yeah.
Did you get it from WWE Shop?
I was like, man, this is so cheap. I'm going to get him one too.
Is it from WWE Shop?
I'm not going to tell you that. The Street Profits. The answer is the Street Profits.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's who has the most fun in the entrance.
Definitely, yes.
They literally throw a party every time they come out. No Way Jose, not so much. I think it would have been used to be No Way Jose. I think he just gets tired now.
Yeah. Heavy Machinery have fun when they come to the ring.
I don't, though.
That's not the question.
I don't have fun when they come
have
to the ring. I get really depressed. I sink into a deep depression when they come out.
I feel like Undisputed Era have fun.
This is kind of funny. How's he doing?
I know you have to think about it like this.
You do have to think about it.
They spend a lot of time backstage practicing.
Jason, I think they do. You have to.
They come to them.
You have to. Jason the Cabbie. I was coming around to Shayna Baszler until last night's face-to-face segment, in which, to me, she looked and sounded like a 7th grade mean girl that found her dad's old motorcycle jacket. What other wrestlers do you have a hard time taking seriously because of a similar non-threatening appearance? Here's the one thing I will say about Shayna. There was one line that she delivered that sounded exactly like Nelson Muntz. Her voice literally for a moment sounded like Nelson Muntz, which is entirely appropriate for her character, but it totally did.
No, I found her completely believable.
Oh, I loved her. I thought she was great. I think she scares me, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it? Hard time taken seriously. The other person sitting across from her. It's hard to take Ember Moon seriously or threatening when she's doing this the whole time, and she has those goofy red contacts and a purple lace business casual shirt on. I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
Roderick Strong when he's trying to talk.
Oh, that's the yeah. When he's talking, yeah, sure.
When he's talking tough.
Yeah.
When he's trying to be intimidating or something like that. And
but then, like, even in his video, like in his documentary, when he was not talking tough, he was just crying. They shouldn't have had him cry. They shouldn't have put the crying footage in there, man. I don't want to see you cry. This is weird. A little weird. I don't know if I've ever seen you cry.
Probably not. I don't cry a lot.
Yeah. You've seen me cry before.
Yeah.
It was because my dog died.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Alex C says Bobby Roode when he's smiling. Doesn't take him seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
The 360 Archangel with Zelina yelling at Johnny to not touch Almas's title, but the crowd chanted touch it. So with that, power rank other things Johnny should touch.
Oh dear.
Candice LaRae.
Yeah.
That's his wife. He should touch her.
Yeah.
He should touch the old DIY shirt because he has to psychologically get over that shirt.
Touch it, rip it.
Yeah, there you go.
And get over it.
Yeah. What else should Johnny touch?
He should touch Tommaso Ciampa with his fist.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Punches.
There you go. Yeah. What else should he touch? He should touch a donut. Those abs are too ridiculous.
No, he's too busy touching weights.
Tone down the abs.
No, he looks great.
Have
man.
a donut. Look at No Way Jose. Nobody looks happier than him because he's.
You just said he looks like he's having much fun.
Yeah, that's true. I know, because he has to dance. His dance is way too much like a cardio workout. It's
It
too
really
much,
is.
man. By the time he gets in the ring, he's gassed. Anyways,
I'm interested to read up on all these XFL details.
we should do like a daily on the XFL. Anyways, yeah, those abs are amazing. What? What'd you say?
Nothing. I'm just reading some of this stuff.
Why no? You just gave like a giant reaction. What was that reaction to what sentence?
This is what Vince had to say about the players in the XFL. He said, this is from PW Insider. Vince said, any level of criminality is not something they want, and said if a player got a DUI, they wouldn't be allowed to play.
Oh, my God.
It's about the quality of the player as a person.
It's so stupid.
Okay, Vince said it's a time-honored tradition to stand for the national anthem in every country and feels it's fair to expect people to honor those traditions.
Yep. That just sounds dumb. It's stupid. Dumb and stupid.
Okay. Vince was asked if he was going to suspend players if they speak out socially. Vince said there would be rules. I mean, this is all stuff we could be using for a dirt sheet we're just giving away right now. Vince said there would be rules and players would be expected to honor those rules. He said the national anthem is a time-honored tradition, and whatever the rules are, they will have to be abided by.
Oh, my God. We'll talk about this in the dirt sheet. We'll talk about this in the post show, too. Anyways, patrons, stick around. We're going to be talking about the XFL.
Yep.
Hilton, can we get some out music, please? Thank you, Hilton. And that's it for the show. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.